Surely you all know the situation. You've had an argument or a discussion during the day, and now, hours later, you are standing under the shower, thinking of all the good arguments that you missed during the discussion. Or maybe even worse, you're laying in bed, annoyed about the fact that you never mentioned all the good arguments you've prepared in advance. But have you ever asked yourself why this is? I think it can be traced back to two causes. Firstly, you may have had just not enough time during the heated discussion to find new arguments. And secondly, the stress situation impaired your ability to think clearly. I was a passionate debater my entire life. In the past, I was even worse than I am today. I wanted to discuss everything with everyone. And that affected often those around me. For example, once my teacher said to me that she was sorry for my mom because I debate so much. And to be honest, in retrospect, I do feel a little sorry for her too. You can imagine that discussing everything with everyone was not always well received. I realized relatively quickly that although I have a lot of fun discussing things, the person opposite me often doesn't enjoy it at all. For me, a debate was always like a game of rhetoric and logic. Rhetoric, shaping the language to present my arguments in the best way possible. And logic, being the detection of weaknesses and errors in the argumentation of my opponent, as I often quote them in my head. With this approach, I was very successful. I got great feedback. And also with this playful approach, I was always quite objective, I'd say. But I had a big problem. I debated to debate. I debated to emerge as the winner of a debate. But that's not what the debate is about. And that's the thought I want to leave you with. Treat a debate like a skill game, and you will have immediately less stress in the next discussion. No more inner nervousness, no dry mouth. Because it's not about life and death. It's about a game of logic and rhetoric. You can train it as a muscle. It's just like a soccer or basketball game, where you get better with more practice and more training. But remember, even LeBron James has not been born as the king of basketball. Years later, I made another discovery. I discovered that having a debate is not about winning like in a basketball or soccer game, but instead it's about finding the best possible solution to a problem. Whether it's deciding what approach to take at your new work project, or choose where to get dinner with your girlfriend. It's not about pushing your own viewpoint. It's about finding the best solution. Especially with a girlfriend, you really don't win anything if you push your own opinion and discuss your girlfriend's opinion away. When I understood this, my attitude towards debates changed fundamentally. I stopped debating what was unnecessary and started to weigh up different arguments in order to find the best possible solution. In the past, I always wanted to knock out my opponent. Of course, only argumentatively and verbally. But with this mind shift, my viewpoint has changed. But how can you prevent the frustration in the shower and the sleepless nights in the bed with this knowledge in the future? Let's summarize. Looking at debates as a skill game will help you to remain objective and not get personally attacked. It also helps you to improve by describing two skills you can train: logic, reasoning, recognizing patterns, and connections. And rhetoric, the skill of shaping the language the way you want. The mindset shift that you are not fighting against each other, but instead working together to show each other different perspectives and arguments will help you stay confident. Everything you say can help uncover potential blind spots in your partner and find a better solution to the problem. In your next debate, remember that in most cases, a debate is a skill game of rhetoric and logic. There are no winners, there are no losers. It's only the shared goal of finding the best possible solution to a problem. What you say really matters.